That night, everything I thought I knew about him changed. We'd been living in the same apartment building for almost 3 years. My neighbor was the kind of man everyone avoided. Grumpy, short-tempered, and always ready to complain. If my husband parked slightly over the line, he'd argue. If I hung laundry a little late, he'd bang on the wall. I used to roll my eyes every time I heard his voice. My husband would laugh it off, saying he just needs a hobby. From the outside, our marriage looked perfect. The smiling couple, the weekend dinners, the friendly hellos in the hallway. But behind closed doors, it was a different story. The arguments had become routine. My husband's anger wasn't just words anymore. I told myself it was stress, bad moods, that it would get better. It never did. That night started like any other, another argument. Another glass of whiskey in his hand, but this time, something in his eyes felt different. There was no reasoning with him. The insults turned to threats, and before I could step away, his hand struck my face. The sound of that slap echoed louder than my scream. I stumbled back, terrified, trying to lock myself in the bedroom. He followed, shouting things I never thought I'd hear from the man I once loved. Then I heard it. The sound of the door slamming open next door, footsteps running down the corridor, and then a loud bang on ours. It was him. The neighbor. He didn't wait for permission. The next few weeks were blurry, the police reports. The separation, the questions from relatives. But through it all, he checked in quietly, leaving food by my door, asking if I needed help with paperwork, introducing me to a counselor. I learned months later that he'd lost his younger sister to an abusive husband. He'd seen the signs in my eyes long before that night, and he'd promised himself he'd never stay silent again. I used to think he was just a rude old man. Turns out, he was the reason I got my life back. Now, whenever I pass by his flat, I smile. He still grumbles about the noise, still acts like he hates everyone, but sometimes I catch him smiling back. If you want to share your own confession on our channel, subscribe and send your story through the Google form in my bio.